First, in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at an even 175 pounds. He has a record of 22 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and 16 knockouts. From Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the challenger, Willie Sandman Edwards. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the red and blue trim. He weighed in at 174 1/4 pounds. This young man has 30 wins, 1 loss, no draws, with 21 knockouts. My good friends, the International Boxing Federation light heavyweight champion from Waunakee, New Jersey, here is Bobby "Chappie" Czyz.
Bobby Czyz with a record of 31-0. That only loss coming against Mustafa Hamsho, and that was back in November of 1982 as a middleweight.
And I'm looking forward to a clean contest. Any questions, gentlemen? All right, good luck to both of you. Let's shake hands.
Referee Rudy Battle with the final instructions, and you can see Edwards, the taller of the two, by a little bit. Appear to be taller as you saw them there in the center of the ring. He came in right at the limit of 175, Czyz at 174 1/4. Willie Edwards, 22 wins, 2 defeats and 1 draw with 16 knockouts. Czyz has 21 KOs in his 30 victories. Edwards ranked number 3 by the IBF, also by the WBC, and number 6 by the WBA. He's the current North American Boxing Federation light heavyweight champion. From Detroit, Michigan, and knows that this is the chance of a lifetime for him, finally getting an opportunity at a world title. And perhaps a loss here would mean at his advanced age for a boxer, 31, almost 32, that this is probably the last go-round for Willie Edwards.
It very well may be the last go-around for Willie Edwards, but he has beaten some of the world's best light heavyweights. He's beaten Len Hutchins, Dale Grant, Jesse Burnett, and Matthew Saad Muhammad, former champion. He's been in with some tough guys.
Bobby Czyz, as we commented, coming up in the middleweight ranks, the light heavyweight ranks, after the loss to Hamsho, after the devastating personal tragedy, his father's suicide, some managerial problems. Lou Duva, who's since left and now campaigning as a light heavyweight, finds himself a champion at a victory over Kachar and defending for the 2nd time. And a solid combination landed by Czyz, backing up Edwards. Czyz pressing the advantage, a solid left jab.
Czyz said he was going to get him out of there early, Tim.
Scoring on the 10-point must system or under IBF rules. Tony Castellano from New York, Keith Sakes from Dayton, Ohio, John Stewart from New Jersey are the judges. There's a left hook, the net wobbles. Edwards, he's in difficulty. Czyz with Edwards in difficulty in round 1. But Edwards with a nice move stayed away from the next onslaught.
Good solid punches by Czyz.
Under a minute to go in round number 1.
Tim, we have 2 fighters with opposite builds. Edwards has all his weight on top. Bobby Czyz has all his weight in his legs and in his hips.
Edwards, 2 defeats, both came as knockouts. A 5th rounder by Pete McIntyre, a guy that he subsequently knocked out in 9 to regain his North American title, and Jim McDonald stopped him in 4.
He nailed Bobby Czyz with a pretty good right hand, Tim. Shook him up.
Within the 32nd mark in round 1, and now Edwards with Czyz resting on the ropes.
Come on, Willie. Get off the head.
Now Edwards turns southpaw.
Final seconds of round number 1. The champion Czyz with some staggering blows, and now a late rally by Edwards and a knockdown. Czyz into the ropes, didn't go down, and a bell is sounded ending the round. Had the ropes not been there, he would have been in row 2 on a straight right hand from Willie Edwards, but it was not a knockdown. He did not touch the canvas.
Tim, did he get nailed? Straight right hand right on the button.
Here we go now, Tim.
This that straight right hand right on the button. Surely wobbled Bobby Czyz. But the ropes weren't there, he would have been down.
Well, we had two fights in the first round. We had Czyz in the early going, wobbling Edwards, and then in the final minute, suddenly the punch you pointed out on the far side of the ring turned things around for Edwards, Gil, and then bing, he set up that right hand.
Yes, he hurt Bobby Czyz earlier in the round with a right hand. Willie Edwards, again, is a seasoned pro. He's been in with some of the top light heavyweights in the world. Yes, he was stopped twice, but he was stopped by two bombers, Pete McIntyre and Diamond Jim McDonald.
That's for sure. In fact, McDonald earlier on the undercard scored an impressive knockout here over Rusty Rosenberg. He's still a big puncher, hoping to get another title opportunity.
Well, let's see if Bobby has recovered from that punch, Tim.
Round number 2. Rudy Battle is the referee.
Now, Tim, it's a little strange now that Willie Edwards hasn't run out and tested Czyz. Tried to climb all over him. He's back boxing cautiously again. There's that right hand again, Tim. Straight right hand.
And another right down the pipe from Edwards. Czyz only defeat to Hamsho was a decision loss. He's never been stopped.
Step out. Step out. Keep the punches up in there.
Well, Tim, he's never been stopped, but he's never been hit by a good, legitimate light heavyweight.
Now there is some blood underneath the left eye of Willie Edwards.
Edwards is wobbling, Tim.
Czyz's body attack suddenly turned things around. There might be a slight turn at the corner of the left eye of Czyz.
What a war!
Another right hand by Edwards.
These guys are forgetting that this is a 15-round fight.
Edwards is having success right up the middle, Gil. And there's another right hand to the face of the champion.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
One of these guys is going to have to get himself together and start boxing, start using his head.
Watch your head.
They're bombing away like it's a Golden Glove final.
Bobby Czyz trained for this fight in Miami.
Willie Edwards is cut over the left eye, Tim.
Oh, Edwards with the body and then up to the head with a right hand.
Looks like Czyz is cut over the left eye. Tit for tat.
Czyz backing up Edwards into the corner. And a right hand, he's got Edwards in trouble. Edwards is wobbling.
And he's holding on.
Edwards.
Minute to go, Tim. And there he goes. Big right hand.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's all over. A 2-round slugfest. And the champion, Bobby Czyz, with a vicious right hand, stops the challenge of Willie Edwards, who right at the end of the first round had the champion nearly down.
Time.
Let's go back and take a look at that.
Here we see it again. Good double jab by Czyz. Right hand behind the jab, and Edwards is wobbling. Another big right hand.
Edwards just trying desperately to stay on his feet during this sequence, and there's one more big right hand that there it is.
And there it is, Tim, right on the button.
A home run ball that was thrown by Bobby Czyz, with Edwards already in trouble from 2 earlier rights in this same series of punches, and then getting that home runner right there. Down goes Edwards, not to get up. In fact, he's still being attended to by Dr. Frank Doggett in the ring. They're being very careful with him. And Willie Edwards with Frank Doggett attending to him. Hopefully he's all right. But here in New Jersey, as it is becoming more the case all around the country and the world, they're extremely careful with fallen boxers, and they're making sure that Willie is all right before allowing him to sit up. So Bobby Czyz with a absolutely spectacular second-round knockout after he was nearly down at the end of round number 1, has scored a second-round KO. Willie Edwards for his second successful defense of the IBF Light Heavyweight Championship.